Recently, TF2 horror has taken the world by storm, and you've most likely seen it in the form of the server blight SFMs. But I've just discovered a creepypasta series that rivals the server blight in not only its storytelling, but its horror aspect. I'd even go as far as saying it's way better in terms of its execution and scare factor. While other popular creepypastas may rely on their unsettling visuals and sound design, this new creepypasta uses its storytelling and immersive atmosphere as a way to stand out as an outlier to all other TF2 horror SFMs. If you don't believe me yet, then let me explain to you why it's not even close. This creepypasta starts where most usually do, on YouTube in the form of a single fresh account, posting videos in chronological order documenting a story. I was first introduced to the channel with the name Scout Gaming Fun from a video which didn't appear to stand out from being a standard TF2 gameplay video. Oh, it's just some random TF2 YouTuber playing community servers. That's not really that special, was what I originally thought before I got further into the video, and realized this was more than a simple let's play video. It was introducing us to the first pivotal element of the story, the server. This clearly wasn't any normal video, and it was introducing us to a strange new TF2 character, the Blue Heavy. The Blue Heavy made its debut in the first video on the channel, where the main protagonist of the story, the YouTuber, who I'll call Scout Fun, joins a strange server with an allegedly inappropriate name, along with a spoofed play account. Scout Fun realizes this after joining the server, and is met with only one bot on the opposite team. Something is definitely up with the server, and as time went on, things would only get worse. The story's protagonist encounters the Heavy bot, and tries to control it, as the enemy seemed to follow the player, not shooting his gun, or doing anything apart from lifelessly staring into the Scout's eyes. As the player enters the battlements, and turns around for a brief second, the Heavy bot who's just behind him disappears, and not too long after, we hear a heavy death sound. Scout Fun then goes to investigate the source of the sound, before realizing the bot is gone, with nothing but a minigun remaining in the water. Something is deeply wrong with the game, and this first episode has already done a great job of introducing the main characters, along with setting up the atmosphere. However, it isn't until the second video of the channel where things really start to ramp up. Episode 2 of the series wastes absolutely no time getting straight into the action. The video picks up with Scout Fun already sprinting through the 2-fort map, clearly in a panic as he heads towards the blue team's battlements.
Guys, I don't know what's going on. I went to go get food for my mommy, and now the Heavy's making this weird sound, and I don't know where it's coming from, and it's just freaking scaring me the heck out!
Where the previously harmless Heavy bot is heard using the voice chat, making strange noises that clearly cause Scout Fun to panic.
I think I'm gonna have a panic attack!
There's no intro, no commentary, just pure gameplay, and it immediately gives off this unnerving feeling that something is very wrong. As Scout Fun rushes into the sewers, he suddenly stumbles upon two figures, the Blue Heavy, and bizarrely enough, a red demo man. What's disturbing isn't just the fact that they're here, it's what they're doing. The demo man seems to be performing some weirdly intimate action towards the Heavy. It's at this moment that the Blue Heavy finally acknowledges Scout Fun's presence, turning his head in this janky, unnatural way. Without warning, a chase ensues, the Heavy relentlessly pursuing Scout Fun through the narrow, claustrophobic tunnels of the sewers. This episode seriously ramps up the horror competitive first. It breaks the unspoken rules of how TF2 characters are supposed to behave, and seeing familiar maps like 2-fort used in such a terrifying way just hits different. At this point, the series has made it crystal clear that this isn't just some ordinary TF2 playthrough. There's something truly wrong with the server. To further add on to the server blight and creepypasta aspect of the film, the player is stuck in the server and can't leave, as the disconnect button has been changed to a die button.
I gotta get out of this server! Wait, that's not a disconnect button, that's a die button! No!
Before we get into the third video on the channel, I want to reassure everyone that everything you're about to see is 100% real. And trust me when I say this, the following footage is so disturbing and so genuinely unsettling that viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your first ever Blue Mukbang. Featuring this pretty boy right here.
The third video on the channel wastes absolutely no time. Scout Fun is seen tied to a chair, completely immobile. In front of him stands the Blue Heavy, towering over him with a menacing glare. The Blue Heavy from the second episode is seen shoving food into the Scout's mouth, forcing him to eat against his own will. The sequence goes on uncomfortably long. Every bite feels wrong, almost ritualistic. The protagonist is clearly not in control anymore, and he's being forced against his own will to participate in a twisted mukbang game. But just when it feels like this nightmare will never end, Scout Fun manages to break free. his movement suddenly becomes frantic, desperate, as he bolts out of the intelligence room with the blue heavy immediately chasing after him.
No,
One more Twinkie for the road.
no more.
Pump your oils. Scout.
The video ends with Scoutfun running for his life through an eerily hyper-realistic two-fort as the camera switches to a more realistic first-person view for the first time, signaling that the Scout is fully immersed in the game. Perhaps this implies that the player has been sucked into the game after being captured by the blue heavy, borrowing more from the server blight Creepypasta. I hope you guys weren't too scared while watching this video. I was really impressed by how Scout Gaming Fun's videos never seem to get stale in their presentation, or fall into the typical cliches you see in a lot of TF2 creepypastas. The execution of both the horror and storytelling left nothing to be desired. I'd say this channel handled the horror elements of the Server Blight series even better overall. The Blue Heavy Saga managed to build on the themes that made the Server Blight so great, while presenting them in an even more immersive way. The plot twists and chase sequences kept me on the edge of my seat the entire time, and hopefully, we'll get to see even more videos unraveling the story of the Blue Heavy soon.